Extension in Kentucky began with a very agricultural and rural orientation. Today, it has grown to meet the needs of all of Kentucky, from rural landscapes, agriculture, youth, and even urban centers. Moving to the future, we know that our value and our directions will be based on three core values. The first being our research base. The second, our need to stay relevant through conversations with local individuals and statewide individuals. And finally, to preserve our trusted ambassador status by developing strong relationships with our clientele.
It's been 100 years since Congress formalized the Cooperative Extension Service with the Smith-Lever Act in 1914. It helped make possible the American agricultural revolution that dramatically increased farm productivity. Whether they rode up to a farm on a horse or buggy or they used the latest communication tools, county extension agents have been providing research-based information to Kentucky farm communities for over a century.
People don't realize what things were back in the 30s and the 40s. You had to take what you could get. There weren't any roads. There was one road too, that was Kentucky 15, went from Hazard. I guess I was the last county agent in the state to get horse allowance.
Through the years, Extension has adapted to changing times and landscapes. The goal remains the same, however, to address a wide range of human, plant, and animal needs in both urban and rural areas. Modeled after the 4-H Youth Development Reality Store, the simulation program called It's Your Reality is designed to encourage students to make wise budget choices.
One of the goals of the Managing in Tough Time initiative is to help people get back to basics in terms of their finances. And so this is an opportunity for us to integrate and work with college students to set them on the right path to start with, so they can leave this event and they can start thinking about those basic financial decisions that they're going to have to make.
I bought a 92 Accord, so I mean, I went for something that just got me from point A to point B, nothing fancy. So.
It's prepared me to be a more wise spender and maybe save up a little bit more to pay off loans after graduation, or work towards buying a car or a house after I graduate.
In agriculture, extension educators are providing farmers with training through Kentucky Farm Start program. Wes Poole has been farming less than 10 years, so he qualifies for the training led by Clint Hardy in Daviess County.
That has really helped my operation out, because as a beginning farmer, you know, trying to figure things out just on paper, with paper and pencil, you know, it's easy to leave some things out and, you know, at the end of the year be disappointed. But with the enterprise budgets, they really hold your feet to the fire and calculate in every aspect of the, you know, the cost of production.
In addition, Wes is building turkey houses to expand his farm enterprise. The mission to serve families has remained constant for a century.
The women learned a great deal about canning. Eventually, we got electricity into the county. 1942, I believe, was when REA came into the county, and we were able to learn to freeze food.
The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is one example of helping those who can least afford healthy meals.
What we try to do is to work with the SNAP clients, our families, and helping them to learn new recipes.
Sí, porque es verdura fresca que venimos a cosechar.
I try to teach them to better, use their SNAP benefits to the fullest, to buy healthy food for their family and try to, help them prepare nutritious meals.
That can take bacteria from the meat, put it on your vegetables, and that's called cross-contamination.
Good nutrition is the foundation for everything from healthy communities to 4-H clubs building robots.
In a nutshell, with science, engineering, and technology, we're helping youth develop their critical thinking and problem-solving skills.
All right, do you want the Cat 5e cables in there?
Yes. Which is what traditional 4-H has always done. We're just doing it with non-traditional programs and projects.
The club meets at McCracken County High School.
Basically translate what you need to say here to send it to there, to tell it to do whatever, whether it be tossing a frisbee or going a certain speed or turning left and right.
So 4-H brings us the idea, and to take robotics competition and blend it in with our project Lead the Way Engineering, and here we are, and it's been a perfect fit.
Individually, they're going to develop hands-on skills with using tools, design, fabrication, programming. As a group, they're going to develop teamwork and cooperation skills.
It's a robotics team, and that means that everybody has a role, and that even within your role, you're still needing to help out the team. It's not just about a certain individual that's perfected in one thing.
If the group wins the regional competition, they will go on to a world competition.
But just like your heart is close to the center of your chest, the heartwood surrounds the center of the tree. Can you all say heartwood? Heartwood! Very good.
Our trusted ambassador status is always going to be built on those face-to-face relationships across the state. But we know that we need to innovate and that we need to meet people where they are, and for a growing number of our clients, that's in the online environment. I'd like to introduce you to Haley Pierce, who is a strategic communications agent in Jefferson County, Louisville Metro.
This position is new to the state and to Extension. I'm the content manager for all of the communications that leaves our office, including social media.
We're still doing all of our normal traditional stuff. All we're doing is adding on. We're adding on a ton of social media. We're adding on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, anything to engage our audience. We want to meet our audience where they are. We don't want them coming to us, we want to go to them and meet them on those platforms that they are already using 100 times a day. The first agent in Jefferson County was an ag agent. His name was Nathaniel Frame. He was hired February 1st of 1913.
As you can see, we have come a long way in 100 years. Looking ahead, it will be our relationships, our relevance, and our research base that will enable us to adapt and be responsive for the next 100 years of the Smith-Lever Act.